Thank you for staying with us. Uptown Girl Productions is a business and blog aiming to preserve and represent the community's culture visually. Joining us now to tell us more is a producer, videographer, and creator of Uptown Girl Productions, Franchesca Feliz. And of course, she is also a BronxNet rep. That's right.
That's right. Hello.
Hi, Franchesca. Francesca actually covered an event of mine. We've gone out together in the field, covering many stories. So I was very excited to see that I was going to be sitting down here with you today. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
So tell us about Uptown Girl Productions. First of all, I love the name. Tell me about the name.
Okay, well, I'm just an Uptown girl, and I really like to refer to myself as Uptown Girl, so I just decided to name Uptown Girl Productions, and it's a business and blog that was born out of emotion. So there's like a lot of changes that are happening in my neighborhood. I'm born and raised in Washington Heights, and all the changes that are going on, like gentrification, which we can get into, is something that really sparked various emotions in me, and I just decided I need to do something about it. There's nothing that I can do to combat it, but I want to like have a voice and give a platform to people who are doing things to keep the culture alive. So that's how it started.
So talk about some of the stories that we could find on your blog. What are we going to be looking for?
Yeah, so I did a piece on Generation Y, which her name is Jessica Martinez. She's the founder of Generation Y, and also known as Save Uptown. So she's an activist, and she's from Uptown, Washington Heights. She's been like heavily involved in trying to combat gentrification and like the inward rezoning, which was approved by Council Member Dennis Rodriguez, so those are the types of things that I do. So like I sit down with people, like community people, individuals, anybody that is representing the community in some way. I sit down with them, I try to give them a platform. So those are the types of things that I'm covering.
And what I love about it is that you decided not to wait. Even though you weren't sure exactly what you could do, you wanted to make sure that their voices were heard. And you're a one-woman band. Just talk about, just picking up and just doing what you know.
Yeah, it's definitely difficult to be a one-woman band because, first of all, I have a full-time job. So my job is my main focus, and then I have to also focus on my business. So I find myself working around the clock quite often, working throughout the day at my full-time job and then working overnight at my side job. And so I handle all aspects of production. That's pre-production, production, and post-production. And so it's very time-consuming, but it's what I'm really passionate about. And hopefully in the future, I can expand to be able to hire people to help me out with these things. People that are hopefully as passionate as I am about my community.
In the meantime, of course, social media is here. You're on social media at Uptown Girl Productions. Excuse me. But what type of stories are you looking for? If someone wants to reach out to you, if they want to get their story out there, what are you looking for to put on the blog?
So what I have in the blog right now, besides the gentrification 15-minute short documentary, I also have it's the founder of, I forget his name right now, but Adam runs NYC on Instagram. So I did a piece on him, and he basically gives free fitness classes, like yoga, nutrition, fitness for Uptown community members. And I found out about him through Instagram, and I reached out to him, and I was like, something like this content like that is what I'm looking to put on my blog.
Are you looking for people specifically in the Uptown area?
Yeah, for sure. I'm open to doing things outside if people want to work with me, absolutely. Not going to turn down any opportunity. But for the blog aspect, I like to keep it to Uptown Girl Productions. So you can also see my blog, www.uptowngirlproductions.com, and you can click on the blog. It's Around the Heights.
So what's Francesca's story? I mean, you're going around, you're finding out our story. Well, what's the story behind Uptown Girl?
Okay, so my story is I'm a journalist, and I started my career at New York One as a videographer. And so I was able to I was given the opportunity to do some honor pieces for New York One Noticias, and the first thing I thought was, how can I represent my community? First thing I did. So my very first story, it was about my community. I found a local photography business that wasn't getting, you know, I was surprised that it was still even in the neighborhood because of like gentrification and all the rent increases for businesses and individuals. And so I wanted to highlight that. And so I have so many ideas, and I just wanted to give myself a platform to just express myself. And
have you been able to, bring those passions here to BronxNet and to also share those stories as well?
To BronxNet, yes. So at BronxNet as well, I pitch ideas, more Bronx related, that will also uplift the community. Like I've pitched a story on a local clothing brand, and I went to one of their pop-up shops, and we brought like a whole crew, and that was one thing. And then they came into the studio. So like I'm always looking for ways to uplift the community, ways to try to put people on, pretty much. And it's all like very genuine, coming from my heart. I just want to see my people doing good.
Excellent. Well, we are so glad that you are doing good. Very excited for you with Uptown Girl Productions, and wishing you all the best.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, for more information on Uptown Girl Productions, you can visit her website on uptowngirlproductions.com or social media at Uptown Girl Productions. Thank you so much, Franchesca.
Thank you.
We've come to the end of our show today. I'd like to thank all our guests for joining us, and you, the viewers, for tuning in. If you missed any part of today's show, you can catch the recablecast at 5 and 10 p.m. on Optimum Channel 67, Verizon Fios 33, or watch anytime on the web at bronxnet.org. That wraps it up for us here on the set of Open. I'm Veronica Guity. Make sure to keep this channel wide open, and remember, you should always let your light shine. Take care.